Joining us now, a special guest with some news to share. And any introduction would be impossible to do her justice, but I'll give it a shot. Tony winner Melba Moore has graced your radio, your TV, movie screens, also Broadway and stages for decades worldwide. Now she's releasing a powerful memoir next month titled This Is It, Marvelous and Getting Better. Melba, thanks for stepping in with us today.
My pleasure.
We are so glad to have you. Let's get to the important stuff first. Your experiences go back decades, from Harlem to the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I imagine a Melba memoir could be a half dozen novels with more stories to tell. What inspired you to start to put pen to paper?
I wasn't really thinking about it. I was just kind of going on with my life. Okay, what's going to be next? What's going to be next? What's going to be next? And my daughter, who's 40 years old, she's not going to be happy about me telling her age. She says, Ma, everybody's got a book but you. I said, well, where do I begin? She said, well, I'll research it. So she's really kind of been spearheading it. It's on, well, I guess we're self-published. So it's her company, it's Gallery Entertainment. She's spearheading it and leading the way for me to write my first book.
Now, your daughter's been very involved with your career, as I understand it. She's been involved with some of your music as well?
She has, yes. Well, my last album, which is called Imagine, she spearheaded that because she said, well, Mom, I know you have all these other projects, and because now it's really an independent industry type of world, not just the music industry. So I had several things. I have a new hit house record out called No Filter. She didn't have anything to do with that, but you can do several projects if you want to. It's not like before when you were with one record company, you could only do what they told you to do. So she brought me these songs that she thought I should sing. And I said, well, the demo songs are great, but that's somebody else singing them. She says, well, why don't we go in the studio and try them one at a time and see what happens? And so one at a time, we finally wound up with, I think, about 10 songs.
Wow.
So it's a full album.
Very nice. And even the pandemic didn't stop you. You had a song that hit the UK charts 2021. Tell me about that.
Yeah, that's by George and Angela Pettis, called I'm Just Doing Me. And they're the same ones that wrote No Filter.
Okay.
So I think what it is, if you last long enough, the younger generation finds out who you are, and they say, come on, baby, let me upgrade you. I think that's what's happening.
You have moved forward. You have kept moving. You returned to the Apollo earlier this year. Tell us about that.
Was that with Mr. Derek Nice?
Yes.
Wow. Well, he's incredible. He really made the pandemic a kind of renaissance because he changed music in terms of people listening to it by playing whatever he liked. Not necessarily. It wasn't like a programmed. And he brought a variety of different genres together, and people loved it. And you know, it's internet now, so you can tap into it and be a part of it. And he made me a part of it, so I'm part of his crew that he kind of takes on tour. He's taking me on tour with him again. He's going to Brooklyn this time, and of course he was the one who put me on the show that he did at the Apollo, celebrating. I think it was his 5th anniversary at that time.
Right.
Yeah.
So, for folks who go down this path,
the rabbit hole.
Yeah. Well, your journey, as you talk about, has seen its share of ups and downs.
Absolutely.
Some spectacular, unbelievable highs. Can you share some words of wisdom for people who are thinking, I'm stuck at the bottom, who need to be uplifted?
Oh, no, we don't know. Thank goodness, not only the Earth, but the whole galaxy and the whole universe keeps turning. So you'll be up even if you don't get up. It will change. And I don't know, you know, you have to kind of find out who you are in all of these things that give you what's called life. And I think for myself, people say, well, how did you keep doing it? Well, somebody always helped me, first of all. But instead of trying something else, I said, well, let me see if I can try music again.
Right.
And eventually someone helped me and I got another start and kept going and kept going. So I think that's how it happens. I don't think you can even do anything bad by yourself. You get help. And you have a nudging from inside your heart, what you really want to do.
Inside your heart. That's a great, something great to remember. You've often talked about pushing forward and being determined, sometimes without a plan. You just keep moving forward and making it happen.
With me, it's been
Yes?
mostly without a plan. I have a plan now, and that is to kind of organize and see what's accumulated in my life, and get some help in organizing it and establishing it and becoming the executive producer and director of my own life so that I have a proper legacy for my daughter and for the next generations coming along. So I'm going to try to have a plan now.
Something else that stood out to me, and even without a plan, your success has been amazing. So believe me, that's a positive there.
Yeah.
You've often said, never be afraid to tell your story, which I think holds a lot of people back because they don't want to be as transparent.
Oh, well, you don't have to tell the whole story. No.
Okay.
Well, no. You have to, I think you try to be transparent with yourself. And maybe if you're not going to necessarily have the opportunity to be a public person, I think you need to try to be transparent. Doesn't mean you have to tell everything to everybody. But if you don't know the truth, if you are hiding from yourself, you're going to have more downs than ups, because it's the truth that really allows you to see what's wrong so you can fix it.
Sounds excellent. Give me a piece from the book that'll make people want more.
Well, I do a lot of name dropping.
Okay.
People usually enjoy that. Each chapter is named after one of my hit records. I think they'll enjoy that. And as we're doing here, there's sound bites, but I think they'll enjoy some of the inside stories about how some of the things that everybody thinks they know about,
Right.
how they really happened.
I also think that for most people who experience success, there's a point in time where somebody's told them no. You can't do it. Oh, you're laughing. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You can't do it. It's not going to work, and you do it anyway. Any examples of something like that for you?
From the very beginning, my parents, my natural father is Teddy Hill. He's very, very important in the big band era. He did not marry my mother. My mother was a professional singer, and she married a musician who then became my stepfather, and he had a son and a daughter. So we became a whole family. It was like, that's your first community, so that's very important. But they were the first persons to tell me, don't be a musician. But I looked at the joy that they had. It was very difficult for them because of racism, because it's an industry of art, because artists usually don't really know business too well.
Sure.
And so they were very, very discouraging in terms of my having any kind of aspirations for being an artist. They just thought it was too tough and too unpredictable. So when my mother first saw me in my first Broadway show, which was hair, with my clothes off, she said, "Oh my goodness."
Oh my.
Yeah, well, she and Daddy, because they were shocked, because it is shocking.
Sure.
What can I tell you? You really just don't know.
That's your baby girl. Everybody's in. I understand. Speaking of Broadway and your experiences there, the entertainment world is just mourning the passing of Diane Keaton, who you had a very unique connection to. Tell us about that.
Well, Diane Keaton was one of the first, among the several first women who played the role of Sheila, the female lead in Hair. And they had several different young ladies play it before Diane. They were all beautiful, white, blonde-haired, and blue-eyed.
Right.
I think Diane was the first brunette.
Ah, okay.
And then she left the show to do Woody Allen and go on to be a big movie star. And so one of the black girls in the show said, well, does the role have to be played by a white girl? Because they broke all the rules. I mean, it was the first show to have a nude scene. It was the first show where African Americans could actually wear an afro.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Because my first job was as a public school music teacher in Newark, and we had to straighten our hair.
Okay.
So there were a lot of unusual things. The other thing is that Hair was about hippies. I didn't even know anything about hippies. The way I got in the show, I'll say that for another time. But after I was in it, there were several different young ladies, as I said, played the female lead. And one of the black girls said, well, does she have to be white? And they said, no, we just didn't think of it. So they said, well, Melba's good. She could probably do it. She had a big mouth. So they trained me for the role, and they let me do it for a couple of matinees, and I got the role of Sheila. And the one the last person to do it before me was Diane Keaton.
Nice.
I had to kind of say that because I don't want to make it sound like, well, she was there, and then there was me. But it was a whole process that happened.
Sure.
But I guess it was good luck.
Right. Sounds good. When will your book be available?
The end of November, around the 30th of November. But I think pre-orders are available now.
And it's through Amazon Books, is
On
that
Amazon,
right?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can pre-order now.
Yes.
Available at the end of
November.
November. And this is it. Marvelous and getting better.
Yes.
Anything you'd like to leave our listeners with?
Please buy the book. I hope you enjoy it. And I'm so privileged to now kind of document my life and be amongst those who you call somebody who did something important in the industry. I'm grateful.
We are privileged to have you here again. Tony winner, Grammy nominated. She's done anything you can imagine. Melba Moore here at WTOP. Thanks again, Melba.
Thank you.